What's going on, Irishwood fans? It's your boy Kimbo the Counselor.
It's your boy Jay Lee in the flesh.
And we got our special guest co-host today. Once again, Humes from the Irish Show.
Smash Bros.
Radio, baby.
Smash Bros. Radio.
There it is. And guys, we have another special guest. Y'all know how we doing on the Irishwood Show podcast, y'all. And this guy right here is hot. One of your very own from the city of Birmingham. Always doing something. When he was here, he took off now. You know what I'm saying? But while he was here, this man was out getting it. Yeah. And he been getting it for years. I know that for a fact because I was there. I can always say that. I run into this dude all the time at different gigs, especially with my brother, the Jackass Floss. Y'all know who that is. But anyway, guys, this guy right here, he's on tour right now with Desi Banks. He opened up for DC Young Fly, Mike Epps, Lavelle Crawford. The list goes on.
Talk your shit.
Yes. Hey. Congratulations,
y'all give it up. Man. Give it up for Delshun Detroit Reid. Hey, I wanted to do it like I was at a boxing match, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're glad to have you on,
I appreciate it,
for
man.
Sure. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. He said Detroit Delshun Reid. Damn, they don't even know my real name. They don't even know my real name in these streets. He said Delshun Detroit.
Put it out there, man. Put it out there. No, man, look, what's up with the fit, though, man? I just was looking at it, and I was trying to calculate, you know what I'm saying, how much you probably got on right now, man.
Oh, no. This ain't, I mean, the outfit, I don't know. I think the outfit, it probably came up to like 100.
50, y'all holler at this man. He look like he need to be on Raising Cane.
Hey,
they got you real, dog.
For real, dog. I'm digging the change, too, man.
I need to be on that. I appreciate it.
For sure. So, tell me this. How did you end up in Alabama, in Birmingham from the beginning? That's what I want to know. I know we call you Detroit and everything, but, you know, tell me about it. Expound on that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I moved here. I moved from Alabama. Well, I moved from Detroit, Michigan to Alabama. My grandmother moved me here. And when she moved me here, it was just like, it was a lot of violence and stuff like that. It's crazy because Birmingham, top 5 now.
Yes,
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, at the time, Detroit was like real, like it was real deal, too much gangster shit going on.
Right.
So, you know, she moved me from there. You know, it's crazy. This is the funny part. When she moved me from there, I'm thinking I'm moving to come to visit during the summer.
Right.
You know, it's the whole time my mama in jail.
Dang.
But she in jail for scamming though. So it's so you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm just down here for the summer, just kicking it.
Right.
So y'all going down there for the summer, you know, because how we grew up different how kids now.
Right.
You know, so we ain't know about our parents' business. You know, so I ain't know my mama in jail.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking my mama somewhere is chilling. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So,
stay out growing for a bit.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Stay out of growing for a business. And we did. So I ain't know. So we came over the summer and she asked, y'all want to stay here? We like, in my head, I'm like, hell no, I want to go back to Detroit. Hell no, because I ain't want to stay here. No way, it's too goddamn hot. we weren't used to that shit.
Yeah.
Then the slang out here in Birmingham, you know what I'm saying? I picked up on the accent now. Yeah. But the slang different, you know what I'm saying? I had some shoes, niggas like, hey boy, don't fire. Like, you just ain't on fire. I'm tripping.
Yeah, or like soda, like they said, Chicago.
Pop.
They call it pop.
Yeah, y'all give me a drink. Oh, what?
See, I knew he was gonna say that.
A drink. Give me a drink. A what? A drink. And they're like, drink. Give me a drink.
Drink.
I need a drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some drink.
Yeah.
So when we say drink, what we talking about?
Pop.
Get some drink.
Pop.
Down here, if I say I'm going to get a drink, or I'm about to drink something. What we talking about?
They gonna be like,
that's liquor right there. You know, that's liquor. I'm about to go drink something.
Yeah. So it's just the way you said it.
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Right.
Okay, I got you. So check this out. So you ended up, were you done with your story?
Yeah, I know. I'm done.
So you just ended up staying, and that's how you ended up down here?
Yeah, I ended up staying. That's how I ended up staying because when my grandmother moved me here, it was supposed to be for the summer. She asked us, did we want to stay? You know what I'm saying? I was what, 12?
Oh shit! You went
it's
to
in a tough look.
We were going to go to middle school.
Right.
You know what's going
You
on.
went to a culture change coming from Detroit down here. That was a culture shock.
Yeah, culture, for sure. And then it was so crazy. It's actually different. It was actually good now because it's good now because of like stand up and stuff like that. So now, even though I started comedy in Alabama, it's like now I got the South and I got the North. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now when I go to these different cities, I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always tell people that's a good thing too, because you know my grandma, she wanted me to move here because of y'all say, you know what I'm saying, y'all real yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, type shit. But in Detroit, we ain't with none of that.
None of that.
It's hey, your grandma told me, you go get that. You like, yeah. or yes. Okay. No, that ain't what you say. People say yes, ma'am. I'm like, what? No, we don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I'm mad for real. Like, I ain't saying all that. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it's really manners. You know what I'm saying?
So you adopted it when you came down?
Yeah, I adopted it when I got it. And I ain't gonna lie, I like it though. You know, I like it because it show you, you know what I'm saying? It show your manners. You know what I'm saying? When you out talking to somebody. Respect. It's a lot of respect.
But you have a lot of material from that too that you can expound on too.
Yeah.
So is that where most of your stuff comes from? Is you combine everything together from what you have from Detroit to what you have in Alabama, and then what you're experiencing now?
Yeah, and that's usually what it is. You know, I get a lot of material, really just everyday life, especially just like talking to people. You know, so when I have a conversation with somebody, I'm like, damn, that's a joke. In my head, I'm like, damn, that's a joke. You know, we be talking some shit, be funny, like, oh, damn, that's a joke right there. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I get a lot of that just from like talking to different people.
Okay.
Is there a certain subject that you won't touch, or it's just wide open like old comics?
It's wide open. I really don't give a damn what I talk about. I say whatever. It's just not politics and all that. I don't really get into all that because I don't really care for it. Because I know, like, I don't really, you know, everybody.
Them the two I really try to stay away from.
They'll start. Then it's like everybody talk about it, but then sometimes it's what you like. You know what I'm saying? I don't like all that. That politics shit, it's cool. It's just like, I was at work one time when I had a job, when I was working at fucking Piggly Wiggly warehouse. And an old school guy, actually was an old school black guy. He just always used to think that like we just dumb. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He feel like because he's so caught into the whole black versus white so much, and then he just wanted. He think he white at times. Like, I know this. Y'all don't know nothing in here. So he'll be like, hey, you know who the mayor is of Birmingham? Who the mayor is of Birmingham? I said, nigga, I don't know.
He trying to give you a trivia test.
And then I'm like, I said, that nigga don't pay no bills at mine. I don't
Thank you.
give a damn about no mayor. So, hey, look, that's before I was doing comedy. So before I started doing comedy, I was always a comedian. So the first thing I did, I said, oh, you want to call me dumb? The best you call me dumb. So let me call the white man. Hey, Mr. Doyle, come here real quick. Come here. The white man came. He come. I said, come here. Yeah. He come over there. I said, hey, who is the mayor of Birmingham? Hell, I don't know. Hey, go. I looked at him. Now go talk to him.
Yeah, tell him the same shit.
Right. He ain't say that. So that's what I'm saying. So that shit is crazy.
Right.
Man, experience all type of stuff. So like up there, as far as like prejudiceness and things like that, is it more prevalent up there or down here?
Down here for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Down here for sure. You know, in Detroit, it wasn't really like that. You know what I'm saying? Detroit, because, you know, it's really all down south. This area and shit like that. See, Detroit, like it's still racism everywhere you go, but in Detroit, it wasn't really like. Now down south is where it really is. So
before comedy, before that, like what was your like passion as far as like what you wanted to do with your life at that point?
I was doing bad. I was just hooping, playing basketball at first. That was before, you know what I'm saying, before all the work and stuff like that. Now when I started working, it was really about working. Like I just felt like it was about working, going home, and shit, going to church, and that's it. Or you know, they getting a little coochie from here and there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. Absolutely. That's what I thought life was. You know what I'm saying at the time. But like, you know what I'm saying? Certain people different. Right. Now, when I found comedy, that's when shit started changing. Like that's when I really started learning and really getting into goals.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I ain't never had no goal for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have you don't have no goal. I ain't had no goal for real. I ain't no goal like that. All I thought about was working. I was like, okay, shit, fucking work, get this check. Right. 401k.
Right. Yeah.
You hear people at work, and it's no disrespect to nobody who work, work a job and nothing like that. But I was in it, you know, people just be, man, I'm finna get rich. They get this $1 million, and we really ain't had no plan. I'm like, how I'm gonna get $1 million working this job? You know what I'm saying? And I can barely keep $1,000 to $1,500 every week, every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so. You know what I'm saying? I love the work. It was cool. Working was cool, but when I got into comedy, it just changed my whole life.
So college and nothing like that wasn't ever in like...
No, I wanted to go to college, but I only wanted to go to college for the girls.
That's real.
That's real. You know, most people gonna lie. I don't want to go to college. I want to be a scientist. I don't want to be no goddamn scientist. I want to go fuck these hoes.
I did want to be an archaeologist. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
My number one thing in college was to do to be a veterinarian or whatever. Then the next one was archaeologist because I wanted to be like a goddamn Indiana Jones dude or something like that, studying fossils and going to these little Egyptian places.
No, but that's dope though. I was just talking to a female the other day. She was just like talking to me, just telling me, "Oh yeah, you're a superstar now." It's all I like just because I do comedy don't mean that like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm more than somebody else. Like people who go to school, I tell everybody all the time, we need people who go to school.
Yeah,
we need people who are scientists. We need people who work at this restaurant. We need people that's doctors. We need all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't look down on nobody. I just said this is what I like to do.
Right.
I don't want to. It's the thing with me is I can't work no job and do this at the same time, because if they tell me that I can't go do no comedy show, I'm quitting.
There you go.
Right.
I'm gonna quit
because your focus is this right here.
Yeah, I got ADHD. I can't do all that shit at one time.
Nobody. See, I understand.
So is it important to put your focus, everything in that one basket, and roll with that and try to master that?
Yeah, that's the best thing. And then it was crazy. I just watched J.R. Smith on $1 Million Worth of Game. He was saying that. LeBron told him, like, just make that main thing that one thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Once you make that and you just focus everything on that right there, I promise everything else going to come.
How important is a team, man? Because I find myself, man, just my mind is like Grand Central Station, man. I'm doing so many different things. But I tell myself, I'm like, man, it's something I need to do. I need to focus on counseling, just mental health. You know what I'm saying? And put all my eggs into it and really master it. Or should I have all these other, have some other side gigs, whatever, that may take off, because I don't want to be stagnant, I guess in the same type of, career, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, like I tell everybody, it's like when you focus on the thing that you want to do or you love to do, just really focus on that. I mean, because everything is going to come. Right. Like a lot of people try to rush everything. And that was my thing too. I used to try to rush the process for everything. Right. You can't rush it. And it was so crazy. Shout out to my dog, Red Breed too, out of Birmingham. They do his thing. I always tell him the same quote. I remember I seen a post that he made a long time ago, and I used to try to rush every day. And he had made a post, and the caption said, you know what I'm saying, don't let somebody else rush your process. Rush your move.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Or make it, or just let it rush your move, because you don't want nobody else process. Me looking at Instagram, looking at this comedian right here, me looking at Kevin Hart, go get on the jet and do this. I can't.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna get on the jet next week. I can't do that right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got to focus on what Detroit Reid is doing right now. Right. I can like that. They can be inspired by that. Right. But you know what I'm saying? I can't just. I'm not gonna go get on no jet next week. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's gonna come. Like all you gotta do is just keep praying and keep focused. You know what I'm saying? Just keep focused on what you got going on, and it's gonna come for sure.
And I try not to I do try to stay away, from religion when we doing this type of thing. But I had to ask myself, I'm like, I don't want God to think that I'm moving from a blessing that He gave me. Right. Maybe I'm thinking that I should do more with it. Or is it okay for me to to do other things? But I be caught up in that, man. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. No, but you'll get caught. There's nothing wrong with it. I tell a lot of people it's nothing wrong with that, because you want to. That just let you know you want to better yourself.
Correct.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? You want to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? You don't like to be content where you at. A lot of people are content where they at. Like you understand?
That's fine. But if you want more, see, we have a tendency of saying that you're wrong. How can you tell me I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Because this is me.
Right.
This is what I want.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't want it, that's cool. That's you. But here with me, you can't tell me I'm wrong, because see, first of all, you don't know which way I'm going.
Right.
You don't know me personally. You think you know me just because it may go to school, but you don't know me.
Right.
Since you were saying that comedy has finally become part of your center of your life, and it's made you come focused.
Right.
And that's your center of attention.
Yeah.
People can't tell you what's wrong.
No, they can't. I was just telling Desi that the other day. Like we literally after the comedy show was over with, we usually listen to music and go back either to the Airbnb or to the hotel. We listen to music. We just chill. We have a talk like after all the shows. Like we get done with the whole weekend. We play like a little old school music, you know what I'm saying? We talk to each other, have fun, then we ask each other like what's going on, like, hey, how you feel about this weekend? Or what you feel like we could have did, or you know what I'm saying? We do that. So we'll do that. But at the end of the day, the first thing we talked about this weekend, we was talking about like literally, we were just like, hey, I was telling him, I said, boy, I'm literally gonna do this for the rest of my life. I'm gonna die doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? See, that's the thing I tell people all the time. A lot of people don't really just think about that. You really love what you're doing, or are you gonna die doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's how I feel. Like like literally, if I die whenever, you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. I feel like I did what I had to do in life because I know what I want to do. A lot of people don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
Man,
you know
that's
A lot of people don't know till they get old.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I had to really come and really think in my head like I'm really gonna die doing this.
Yeah.
So that just let me know I love this shit for real. So
You locked in.
I'm locked in. It's no switching up.
No switching up.
Hey,
switching up.
They respect.
Yeah.
No switching up.
They respect. Now check this out. What does comedy do for you, man? Just personally, man.
Oh, it relieved everything. I was just telling somebody this other day. Like, I don't care what I go through. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Like, I have baby mama drama. I can have a fist fight with somebody. I could cuss somebody out. I can have the worst day. Like, hey, look, I just want to jump off this. I want to jump off this bridge right now. I can have a worst day, but when I get on stage, all that shit gone.
What we talking about?
All of it gone. I don't care what it is. All of it gone. Then when I get off stage, then I gotta deal with this shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, I gotta deal with this. But at the end of the day, it's like a reliever for me because my thing is I love to make other people laugh because we're so crazy. What you going through, somebody else going through something way worse than you. You know what I'm saying? So like, especially when we just got back from Jamaica. Jamaica showed me that gave me a different type of grind just coming back. Like, okay, I gotta tighten my shit up. Because the thing is, it's really, if you don't work, you don't eat over there. Yeah. Like literally, all that shit that we be playing over here, they don't play over there. Like they got it every day. They wake up in the morning, they 7, 8 o'clock, they getting it. They ain't got no job, they gotta go out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We went to a little park, me, Desi, and the crew. We went to a park like the ride ATVs and all that. To see all them workers, to see all them workers doing what they doing, they working and doing all that. Soon as they get off work, they back on the street. See what I'm saying? It's a whole nother grind. Like now they got to go back, still got to make some more money. So when we do this for tips. We do this for tips. Mm-hmm. Not knowing, you know what I'm saying, that these folks really need them tips.
They hustling every day.
They hustling every day. They ain't getting paid the way we get paid over here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. So the shit that we complain about is people going through way worse shit than we going through.
So you've grown because of comedy because it's opened a lot of doors because with you going to Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And knowing exactly their culture and then understanding that we're somewhat pampered and spoiled. Mm-hmm. Because how many of us are going to work one job and then get off and and have to hustle? Yeah. Now, people take hustling as a joke. Hustling is a profession because you got to know what you're doing.
That shit ain't no joke, man. Dude said it over there. Because I like to, and like you said, it did change a lot of shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like comedy opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. I'm glad. That's why I'd be happy as hell that I started this. You know what I'm saying? Because it opened my eyes to everything, the life period. So by going over there, so what I did, like, it just, we were going, it's a vacation, but I wanted to learn something when I was over there. Mm-hmm. So I asked dude, like, I asked him, I'm like, so I said, what you trying to do? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what going on. We in America, they over there, so I don't know how this shit is over here. Right. So I asked him, I said, so what you trying to do? He was like, I'm just trying to get a business. Trying to do this and that so I can come to America. I said, what you trying to? So I asked him, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we know about this shit over here. So I'm like, what you want to come over here for? And he was like, I want to come over there and work. And so that first thing he said, I want to come over there and work. All I know is work. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear niggas, you don't hear people saying that. Right. All I know is work. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? So that made me realize, like, boy, I got to get on my shit. This man at work right now. Somebody, he want to come over here and work too. You want to get a business just to come over here and work. You know what I'm saying? We over here, I don't give a damn about this job. Why you think the Mexicans and everybody else taking
they building all type of houses.
Yeah, no folk because where they come from, a third world country. Yeah. If they don't work, they don't eat. Like when we go over there, we like Steph Curry over there. I got out of the car. They like, hey, you need a ride. Damn, hold up. They hitting on me. I'm thinking I'm a bad bitch. Hold up. All right. Hold on, sir. Hold on, y'all.
They call you a whole snack.
Yeah, I'm a whole snack. Women and all. You need a ride? No, I'm all right, baby. Shit.
That's funny, man. And it's interesting when you brought up the situation about, the third world countries and things like that and them having to work. Mm-hmm. The high school I work at, we have we're like 50% or 52% Hispanic right now, right? So the kids always tell me that they have to work. They working now.
For sure.
They working now.
Young age. Wow. I know. I see.
You know what I'm saying? Housekeeping, house cleaning, construction. Yeah. All that, man. Most of the construction, the housekeeping. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of them, So, yeah, that's true, man. Now, what it does for you, like, mentally, man, just mentally, about the same?
Oh, yeah. Mentally, it's the same thing. I just love comedy. You know what I'm saying? I grew to love it. You know what I'm saying? So when I get on stage, I just love to make people laugh. because like I remember even years ago now, like when I first started. See, I ain't really, I wasn't really taking it this serious, but like I tell everybody, when your gift, when you just got a gift, sometimes everybody else, you know what I'm saying, they gon' just track to that gift. You know what I'm saying? So when I was just telling jokes, it's crazy. I wasn't even come in there and tell no jokes that night. I was just coming just to come, like years ago, and I ended up coming in. And it's crazy that I tell this story because when I went in and told jokes, I wasn't even tell no jokes. Dude just like, oh yeah, coming to the stage, man. I ain't know nothing. He like, coming to the stage. This my brother. He funny as hell. Detroit Reid. I'm like, nigga, I ain't get no water or nothing.
Yeah,
like, damn, I ain't pray. Cause I usually pray before I go on stage. I'm like, damn. But I learned like my best jokes are when it's off guard, when I don't know them.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, so I got to come up with something like that. So because it ain't give me no time to think. I don't know what to say. I ain't see the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see the host. So when I went up there, I just was telling jokes. It was so crazy. I was funny as hell that night.
Yeah.
That was like one of my best shows, and I just started around that time.
Relax.
You know what I'm saying? So I started doing it, and when I got off stage, I remember, you know what I'm saying, when I walked out, a dude was outside. Cause I don't know if y'all remember the story. Dude had got killed on the motorcycles like years ago or something like that. It was in some biker club or something. Something happened. But they came and he was just like, man, he said, I ain't gonna lie. Man, I was gonna kill myself tonight. Straight up. He said, I was gonna kill myself. I was like, damn. I said, for real? You know, I'm tripping. I'm like, I'm a comedian. I'm like, oh, you for real? He said, yeah, I was gonna kill myself. He said, but they dragged me out the house and told me to come to this comedy show, man. Say there was some funny comedians in there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, you were funny as hell. He said, but I was finna kill myself tonight. But he said, I don't even want to do it no more. Straight up.
So you mean to tell me comedians save lives too?
Yeah. Shit.
That's therapeutic, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
say
therapeutic for him, basically.
Yeah, so I guess I saved somebody's life that night because it was crazy. Like when he told me that, I'm like, you know, when he told me, I'm like, I'm tripping. Like, for real? You know, I'm thinking you playing. You know, some people want to play with comedians, but he was dead ass serious. So I was like, when they said that, I was like, okay, I gotta really take this shit serious now. Like I was playing that first, but
so when you're on stage, what we were talking about earlier, you zone out. You in your own little niche. You in your own little world. And with you zoning out, your inner or your second person is coming out, and you're so relaxed and all because you're zoned out. Yeah. Do you remember some of your routines, or do you have somebody recording so that way? Because you're so zoned out and you're so into your craft and you're enjoying yourself. Fuck everybody else. Yeah. You know, if you're enjoying yourself, that's good. But hey, I'm doing this for me because this is my therapy. That you zone out. Do you remember some of the stuff or some of your jokes and all, or it's just
sometimes I jot them down. Like, you know what I'm saying, I put them in my phone. Or now I'm reading this book now on learning how to write because I never wrote I want like no writing joke. I want no writing joke type comedian. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I just try. I said, you know what? I just freestyle. So and I just go off the dome because it's like my thing was I look at the crowd. Yeah. You know, I look at the crowd and just read the crowd. You know what I'm saying? See what they like. I see them walking in. I see somebody with their girlfriend. I see somebody talking. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I just look at it. And I judge right then. You know what I'm saying? So and I just go on stage and just do my thing. But the thing is, I remember I used to be like feel sorry for myself. Like, damn, I don't know how to write no joke. Like I used to feel a certain type of way. So I remember I watched Eddie Griffin at the comedy show. Eddie Griffin was like, he was just like, I want to apologize to all y'all. At the end, he did like an hour and 50. It was a long ass time. He was in there about an hour, 50 minutes, down there 2 hours. And he was just like, I want to apologize to all y'all. And we looking like, the fuck he apologizing for? He was like, because I've been doing comedy, I think he said 35, 37 years. He said, I ain't never wrote a motherfucking joke. And when he said that, I was like, okay. Now I feel good. Like, okay. Right. I feel better because I be down on myself. But now it's like I just never took, the reason why I couldn't write jokes, never took the time out to really try. So now I'm just trying because to make myself great or be a great. You know what I'm saying? Like Roy Wood Jr. was telling me, he was just like, hey, he said, you want to be good, you want to be great. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't understand. I was like, huh? He like, no, but what's good? He said, there's some comedian that's good. He said, but do you want to be great? Right. He said, yeah. He said, Mike Epps and a lot of people are good, but they ain't great. He said, but do you want to be great? Like he was just like, but Dave Chappelle, people, comedians like that, greats. Great. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy, great. Right. You know what I'm saying? Not to discredit nothing Mike Epps and nobody doing because they funny as hell, they dope as hell. And you know what I'm saying? We like them. Yeah. They're not greats yet, but you know what I'm saying? But you put people in that great category, it's different. So which one you want to be? And there's nothing wrong with neither one of them.
Where you want to put your legacy.
That's what you want. And that's what your legacy.
Yeah. Exactly. So is Birmingham is Birmingham a great foundation, man, for this type of like career? Like is it?
No, not for no comedy. My thing is it got its pick and chooses for real. But it's like because the city is like a hateful state at times. You know what I'm saying? Like
what we talking
Yeah,
about.
it's the truth.
like it's at times. I ain't gonna lie. They getting a little bit better.
And that's
They
what
are.
I was thinking.
I would say that I ain't gonna discredit Birmingham like that much, but they are getting. I would say they are getting a little bit better with things because they just not catching on. So that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. And I know a lot of people. Exactly. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, we just not catching on." No, I'm just saying. I know we caught on to certain stuff, but I'm talking about everybody else. Certain people might caught on, but not everybody. You know what I'm saying? So because a lot of people be closed minded and they even say certain. Oh, he got a purse on, or he wearing this, or why he wearing this? You gotta understand that's fashion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just anything they try to judge anything. And as far as comedy. It's different because like we ain't had that many comedians. We got comedians here, but it's just different because everybody look at it as a competition versus we should come together and hey look we can work together.
Man. Please listen to this, man.
You know what I'm
I
saying? Yeah, like we can work together. Like that's the thing about Birmingham. It's just they feel like one person just have to make it. That's it. They feel like it's one person, but they don't understand. They didn't stop printing no money.
Right.
They set that shit on fire in banks. So guess what? It's enough money for everybody. It's enough success for everybody. Sunshine for everybody. So we can all get this shit together. But a lot of people don't do that, especially in Birmingham. They always think it's a competition. It's not no competition. I always and I try to show them because the thing and if nobody know, I know because how I came up. I know a lot of people. Man, you can't do this in Birmingham. You can't do this. You can't do that. Shit, I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me what we can't do. The thing is, you just got to get out there and get it. A lot of people don't want to get out there and get it. They just feel like, oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. No, I don't think I'm more than nobody.
Right.
There's a lot of people got more than me, but the thing is, you ain't got this right here though.
That's it. Heart.
There's a difference.
You gotta have heart. They need Derek. We're just talking about Derek.
They got the money, they ain't got the heart.
I don't care. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much success you got. How many cars you got. You ain't got this. With this right here is cool for me. Like I don't care about none of that extra stuff. Like I had to learn that though. You know what I'm saying? It was a learning. Like I used to want all that, want to do everything, but I had to learn to block out everything. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing.
Distraction.
Yeah, that shit distracting. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to work now, even by staying in the gyms, trying to stay like get out of distraction. Far as women, you know what I'm saying? Far as just the things that I like to do, going out. So you know what I'm saying? I challenge that shit. Like I used to go out all the time. But now I chill. I rather chill at the house or get my son or just chill and stuff like that. Yeah, and go to the park.
Change your way of life.
Yeah, it did.
Man, so you, and I may be wrong. Y'all correct me. What other comedian in the city?
Oh yeah,
has made it to your level as far as where you are right now currently?
Yeah, of course, Funny Man. You know, Funny Man. He over me. Yeah, Funny Man doing this thing for sure.
Okay.
He doing this thing, and of course, you know, Ricky Smiley, he the OG. For sure. Roy Wood Jr. is the OG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Roy Wood Jr. and all of them, they the OGs and stuff like that. But like, far as like anybody else, I mean, it's some funny comedians coming up. We got Motor City Fat. Mm-hmm. You got Brandon Mills, them doing their thing, Lucky J, all of them. You know what I'm saying? And Cam Too Stupid. You got a lot of comedians. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of comedians. You got Lamar Pullum, Terry Hart.
Yeah. Floss the Max, shout out to you.
Oh yeah, my boy Floss. See, cause Floss, you know, he just started doing. He just got in the stand-up word. Now he called me the other day and was asking me, you know, getting pointers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I was telling him. So you know, I would just tell him, you know, say what you want to do on stage. Right. That's all it is. You don't follow nobody else. Whatever you want to do, you do it the way you do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you switch lanes.
It sounds like it take pressure off you too when you do it that way a little bit. You know, like getting up there and being you and doing it the way you want to do it. You know, he was down in Crown of Comedy.
And I talked to him after that because we was in South Carolina. You know, me and Desi, we had our shows, and when I got done, he was just calling. Actually, he texted me and was just asking me what to do before he go on stage and stuff like that. What I usually do before a show, and I was just telling him how to prepare. You know what I'm saying? Like I just say, just be you. Because whatever it's going to, like, you know what I'm saying? I was watching, Inky Johnson the other day on YouTube, and he was just saying the same thing. Right. He was just saying it's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to happen the way it's going to happen. Yep. Right. You stressing about it, it ain't going to do nothing.
Already wrong.
Ain't going to do nothing. What are you going to do?
Right.
You going to stress back. Man, I don't want to go. Hey, you got to go up in there.
Yeah. Right.
So whatever going to happen, going to happen. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. The game on right now, we don't know who's going to win. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, Miami. Of course, I'm rooting for Miami. I know I want them to sweep them, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything gonna happen the way it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Right.
That's all.
How did you end up with Desi, man? Did he just taught you or?
Yeah,
saw you?
It's crazy. This is the funny part. I see a lot of comedians now. They try to follow after me and did what I did. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, because I met up with him, I seen him at a comedy show a long time ago.
Okay.
It's crazy because I'm on the road with him. He always said, man, tell the truth, I don't know how I met Detroit. He'll say that. He'll say that. When Desi see this shit, he'll say it like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how I met that nigga.
Yeah.
He'll say it just like that.
Yeah.
But I don't forget nothing. You know what I'm saying? I met him because I met him a long time ago doing a comedy show. Because his homeboy, Easy Comedy at the time, he came to see me. He was like, man, I'm going to go see my boy Detroit. And Desi went with him. You know, Desi wasn't even doing comedy at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just started. So that was my first time in Atlanta doing cats. And I did my thing. And then Desi was with him. And then fast forward, Desi had followers and Desi was he ended up being a big comedian. I'm like, damn, he doing this thing.
Yeah.
So I was on the road with Terry and Melissa, that older couple. So I was on the road with, Terry and Melissa. I was with them. And, you know, they're an older couple. But I like, you know, they older than me. You know what I'm saying? They 40 and they 40, then finna be 50. They funny, we doing our thing, but I seen Desi in the green room. They doing like TikTok video. You know what I'm saying? All the young shit that I like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, and I went in the green room with them. I'm looking like, damn, they had fun over. He had a bigger audience. He had a bigger following. Yeah. You know, I like what he was doing. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, I'm gonna try to get on the road with them. Yeah. Because I don't want to be on the road with them no more. I like Terry and Melissa, but it was like I want to be on the road. That's the speed I wanted to be on.
Yeah.
So I ended up, you know what I'm saying? I started just going. And I was using my own money. I was like, okay, since I'm wasting money in the club, I'm wasting money with, you know, in the strip clubs and on shoes and clothes, why not waste it on the stuff that I love to do?
Right.
So I was just using that money just to go get a room, fight, to go just to perform. Whatever city they was in, I'm going.
Right.
I was popping up. Sometimes I don't even get on stage, but I ain't tell people that. Because what I try to do, it's about the image now. I learned social media. So it's about the image. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning. Like I got a partner. I ain't going to say his name. I'm thinking he was riding them jets. He just taking pictures on them.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? But on the outside looking in, it's cool. You can get people like that. You know what I'm saying? We can scam. I can do all I got to do. All he doing is going out there to take a picture on the jet. Hey, all right, now I can go get hey, look, I got this business. I got this. You ran off with somebody's money because they thinking you a real businessman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to understand social media. So what I did, I used to take pictures with Desi. So I'd take pictures with him, and then sometimes he got to the point like, and you do comedy on? I was like, yeah. He's like, you want to go up? I said, hell yeah, I want to go up. I did it on purpose. I said, hell yeah, I want to go up. And I killed it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, damn. And then I came to another city. I killed it again. Came to another city. I killed it again. He was like, hey. He said, man, then I just kept doing it. And he was just like, this man, he said, he going to pop up. You know, he said, one thing about Detroit, he going to pop up. And then he was telling, and I kept popping up. And next thing you know, he just like, hey, I'm going to start throwing you something, bro. I was popping up probably good a year and a half straight using my own money. So I know I probably spent over 100,000. No, I know I did. If you really add it up, I was spending a lot of money because I that's what I wanted to do.
Investing.
You know what I'm saying? I was investing in myself. You know what I'm saying? I just kept doing it. And next thing you know, he just ended up just saying, he like, hey man, look, you can come on tour with us. You know what I'm saying? You'll be a part of the team. You know, just by keep doing it.
And the way you talk about him, man, because I see you post and stuff like that, man. When you do talk about him, he seemed like a real solid dude.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Even when I watch him, I like when you do that little Ashanti. But when he was walking around, doing the Ashanti and the Murder Inc. little video with Jack there, that shit was so funny.
Hilarious. But he a good dude because the thing is, one thing I like about him is, you know, he really care about what he doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, he passionate about it. He really care about fans. He really put his heart and soul into the videos. Like he really dedicate that shit to that. You know what I'm saying? So with him doing it, we had a Zoom call earlier. I went to my partner Brandon Mills. I went to his birthday get together at the house, and I was on a Zoom call, and that's all we talking about. We were talking about how we can do this and how we can do that to better the team. Right. You know what I'm saying? To be better, so we can keep growing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning, and like I told him, like, you know, we had a meeting. We had a meeting that really, you know, it made me pay attention to and really understand myself. Like I gotta really understand my position because I gotta really help. I gotta step up. I gotta do this and that. But I can't get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get comfortable. That's why I love that Future song, man. Bitch, don't get too comfortable.
Yeah.
Hey, you already said you bet not get too comfortable.
Bet not.
You bet not get too comfortable. You can't get comfortable. So I would get a little comfortable, but they were just telling me like, man, look, what you gonna start contribute? We gotta do this. We gotta do that. We gotta do this. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling them I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, being in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I had to tell them like I never been on a real team. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You know, people, oh, I'm on a team. No, this is a real team.
Real team.
Like we all work together. Like, hey, look, if you can't do this, call him to do it.
Right.
If he can't do it, call him to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if he can't do it, call somebody else to do it.
It's important.
Everybody got each other's number, and that's what it is. So, and that's what they was trying to tell me. Like, hey, we don't want to hear no excuses. You got everybody number in the group. Call somebody. Ask them. Back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If one person has one, ask somebody else. They're gonna answer. Somebody gonna answer.
Somebody gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. So that's what it is. I had to learn about a team by being with Desi. So it's dope. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I met him at a comedy show and just coming to get on the road and stuff like that. Just by getting on the road and just, you know what I'm saying, investing in myself.
Right.
And then I'm finally on tour, and I ain't gonna lie, this is the best shit in the world.
Man, I see. Listen, man.
Paying off, goddamn.
How does that feel? I mean, you and I know I may have asked that in a different way, but you been on tour, man. Yeah. Like how many shows have you done so far? since you've been on tour.
I know probably over 150. 150 in 2 years. I don't know, I've probably been over 150 shows in 2 years. For sure. Could we do what? Sometimes 6 shows in the weekend, and then we do 6 shows in the weekend, or we do 5. Like we usually, it's supposed to be 5 shows, but we just did 6 sold out shows in Greenville, so 350 people
sold out.
Yeah, sold out. Everyone. Now we can do the theater shows and stuff like it's 3,000 plus, shit like that. So it's actually dope. Even like, I remember I was in the Uber the other day, and the chick had said, "You do comedy, no?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she just asked me how I feel, and I was just like, sometimes I don't know how to feel because I've been doing comedy so long. Like, I'm just keeping it real. It's just because by being with Desi, like I grown to like this is my partner. Like now,
yeah.
Like,
I see it.
Like he'll call me on some, hey, my boy, what you got going on? The fight on right now.
Yeah,
talking like that. Like, hey, my boy. So I be forgetting who he is.
Right.
Like everybody else, he's a celebrity to everybody else. But to me, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the celebrity to me. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I had to realize that because even when we went to Jamaica, people, and that's dope right there. Like we went to Jamaica and folks said, "Hey, what parlay? What parlay?"
Oh God,
we ain't even from over here. See what I'm saying? We ain't even from over here. Right. Then we went to London. That's the best show I ever did in my life.
Went to London?
Yeah, we did a show in London, England.
I want to go to London.
London, where is that?
I was finna say, what's the biggest side show y'all did so far? Like, as far as venue wise, the most people there.
I guess the Atlanta show was.
Okay.
And then the comedy clubs, it'd be like, I think it'd be different ones. I know Start On got 400. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Minnesota. Minnesota had like 400-500.
Okay.
I know in West Palm Beach they had like 600. We did 600.
So would you credit comedy in, sounds kind of corny, in saving your life?
You said, say it again?
Saving your life.
You say
when you consider what your past could have been to what your future is
for sure.
now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Comedy saved my life for sure. For sure. Like I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I was doing something else, I don't know what I've been doing.
Right.
That's the crazy part. I probably been in the streets, and I was just telling my partner the other day, man. Like we was in there, we was sitting down. He was like, "Man, we bored. We boring. We getting older. We boring." I said, "What you mean we boring?" You know what I'm saying? It was so crazy. He said, "We boring." I said, "Why we boring?" I said, "What you mean?" He said, "Man, I got to get me a crib in LA somewhere, or Atlanta. I got to go somewhere where it's popping. It's Saturday night. We in the house." And I'm telling him, I'm like, "Bro, you got to think, well, I just read this book. I just wrote, I'm looking at these jokes." I said, "What you doing?" He's like, "What you mean what I'm doing?" I said, "You got 5 Airbnbs. You say that all of them, every unit makes $7,000 off each unit. You got 5 of them. And right now, we in the house right now, he working on what he can put in this Airbnb, what he can do." I said, "Bro, you're working now." What you mean? That's better than the club. You know what I'm saying? You're making money. We can it's easy to go spend some money. That's the easy shit you can do. Right. That's the easy shit you can do.
This man dropping gems on y'all tonight.
That's the easiest shit you can do. It's easy to go out there and spend some money. But when you got passive, and I'm telling him now, like that's something I want to do. I ain't even into that yet. I'm just fully invested in comedy right now. But my thing is this is the avenue right here that's gonna lead to everything else. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really rushing it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I want to do. But I'm telling him, like, boy, you got the best shit in the world.
Right.
You know, you got your own business. You can wake up where you want. You can do what you want to do. And you got cars on Toro, too. Like, you doing it big. I said, but then coming from, and I was telling him, you got to understand what I think about. I always say this to any one of my partners that's doing something good and spectacular to anybody. You come from the hood. Where we come from, it's not destined. You know what I'm saying? It's not destined. You be lucky to make it 21. You know what I'm saying? But for you be 34, 35, 36, something like that, and you got your own businesses, and you can do what you want to do, you can easily go to Vegas and have fun.
Right.
You can easily go do this and go do that, but you got a business to take care of. Yeah. So right now, it's not time for fun right now. I had to learn that. We had fun for a long time. We've been having fun for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been going to the clubs since I was 16. I'm 32 now. You know what I'm saying?
14.
How long?
Club Infinity.
1730. What's the name of that club? 1708.
1708, yeah.
Pyramid.
Club Infinity, boy.
Come on, man.
14,
Come
13
on, man.
years old.
Club Infinity, nigga, your pants, your legs sweat.
Hello.
Yeah, we left the club. Let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. When I first moved here, that's probably the reason why I wanted to stay here. When I first moved here to Detroit, they took me to Club Infinity.
Oh God!
I had some. You always, because one thing I learned about being up north, you gonna always have a cousin down south.
Right.
So when I met my cousin, when I met my cousin down south, he took me to the YMCA. I only been in Bessemer, the YMCA in Bessemer. Took me there. Then he like, hey, cuz, I'm gonna take you to the club, cuz. I'm gonna take you to the club, cuz. Oh, yeah, I said, what club we going to? My boy Teasy, he was in there.
Yeah.
He was go with us. My boy Teasy was go with us.
He was in that team.
Yeah, he's in that one. So I'm saying, and that's how I met his brother, Cox, everybody. So my cousin D, he in there. He like, hey, cuz, we're gonna take you to Club Infinity. So he ain't telling me the club hot as hell. He ain't telling me that part. I'm just worried about, I'm looking at the girl. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker jumping. Then we get in there, and next thing you know, I leave the club. I'm like, man, god damn, I got to feel like I was in the pool. Like this,
hot in the mud.
Everything, I'm soaked. I have never went to no club in my life to this day. Club Infinity was the only club. My legs was sweating. Like, I'm talking about, you would think we got at the pool. Like somebody really, they hit us with a super soaker gun.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That means you were clubbing, right? You were clubbing for sure.
Hey, he was up in the Platte most of the time, right?
Yeah. Oh, he's been in the Platte?
Chubby's. Handsome Group, one or the other. So, man, do you have any any material that you're working on outside of, what your focus is right now? Like anything that has to do with comedy, but anything else? Yeah,
I'm really just trying to go over like new material, especially for the theater. The theater show is gonna be big. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because we doing number of theaters in the fall. Okay. Like, and we got shows from, and then it actually, I mean, the tour don't start now, but the theater shows are different. That's when they transition over and they get to the bigger shows because it's hosted by Live Nation. And, Live Nation, they got Drake, they got Drake, the Migos, Jay-Z. They got everybody. Kendrick Lamar, Live Nation is the biggest in the world. Yeah, Live Nation is the biggest. They got all that shit you see, like Kendrick Lamar, Live Nation over there. Yeah, Live Nation over there. Okay. So like Live Nation is over the theater tour, so that's gonna be big. Okay. So they really advertising. So now when we do that shit, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be so big. So that's why I'm working on material for the theater shows. Cause I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Cause now I gotta do straight material because I can't, usually we have fun with the crowd, but it's gonna be different at the theater. Right.
So man, that's gonna open doors for you to really do some movies and acting, all that type of stuff too.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's the whole goal. That's what I'm telling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You follow that you follow that thing that's gonna be that main thing that's gonna be that thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that when I'm following that main, like my main focus, it's gonna lead me to everywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
You remind me of when I was at State, like my first yearbook. Dr. Moore, my former dean, wrote this quotation in my yearbook by Henry David Thoreau. Hear what I was going over my head was shit, but it caught me when I started teaching. And it says, when a man advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live that life which he has imagined, he will meet success unexpected in some common hour. I didn't understand what the hell she was talking about because she made my head hurt. But when I started in my first room and I was sitting on my desk, it hit me that I had the desk arranged in my head like I had dreamed. Yeah. My desk was in the center. Children's desks were around me. Had two desks on each side because y'all was going to have two bad kids that has to be next to the teacher. And then it hit me. And that's when the quotation came back to me. When a man advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live that life which he has imagined, he would meet success unexpected in some common hour. I met success unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. It was always in me to be a teacher since the third grade.
Yeah.
Right.
But I had forgotten that was my goal. But I was so entrenched that I wanted to be a teacher that it was already embodiment of me. Mm-hmm. Everything that I did subconsciously led me to be a teacher.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so with you talking, you started in one direction, but then you were introduced to something else. Mm-hmm. So then you started focusing, and then you started working, and then you started investing in yourself by traveling. And now look at you now. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned something about going to these theaters, which is a whole different avenue than an actually club. Yeah. This is larger in the nation. You can't get any better than that. I mean, you talk about a tapestry. Shit, that's a huge goddamn tapestry.
Yeah. Okay.
So you focus on this one thing. You're taking your time in doing it. You're not rushing it. You're learning it. It's in your body. It's in your genes. Right. Mm-hmm. And now look at you now. Yeah. Because when you started and you were investing in yourself, you were just getting started. But it was already in you.
Yeah.
Right.
You already knew what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I call it the matrix. The matrix
That's
flow.
it.
Yep. Matrix flow. You know what I'm saying? I call it the matrix flow. Cause like, you know what I'm saying, with Neo, you remember Matrix.
The one.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. He didn't know he was the one. You know what I'm saying? Like he never knew he was the one. It's the same thing. I remember, like Pastor Mike said a long time ago, it's crazy. Cause I remember, I used to focus on, like my brother, before I started doing comedy and all that, my brother was good in credit, school, everything. He went to Auburn and everything. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, okay, no, I just went on my brother. My brother, he gonna get rich. He gonna do this and that. Mm-hmm. Not to say he not gonna get rich now, but you know what I'm saying? But when I started doing comedy, and I remember I went to church. Sometimes you go to church, it's like it's a reason you there because it's like he talking straight to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At this particular time, it's like he talking to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Pastor Mike he was saying something. He was just like, I forgot what quote it was, but he was saying that a lot of blessings you thought were for somebody else.
Yeah.
It end up coming to you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I was leaning so much on my brother, like, okay, he in school, he gonna get us out the hood, he gonna do this. Right. Now I'm a comedian, now it's on me. You know, the whole time I'm waiting on him, but I've been the one every time.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even though, not to say my brother ain't nobody, my brother doing this thing for sure. But the thing is, now it's more so on me because now I'm doing theaters, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And I like the other day, I don't really think about nothing like this, the great stuff that I do. Mm-hmm. I don't really think about it because I did so much stuff. And by being with Desi, it's like with being with him, it's like, what's next? Right. Yeah, we did this right here, but now we gotta do this right here.
Yeah.
Now we gotta do this right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I had to think the other day, like my homeboy was telling me, like he like, man, bro, you need to go down to Black History. I said, hey, it was February. I said, what the fuck you talking about? He told me, you go down to Black History. I said, what? He said, well, you the first nigga in my family to go to the Super Bowl. and I had to think about that.
You took a picture.
See what I'm saying? I had to think about that. I ain't think about it until I really thought about it. I was like, dang. I was there, but I'm like, I thought about it. I said, well, you kind of right. I said, dang, he like, I don't know no nigga ever. I know that been to the Super Bowl. He said, yeah, a celebrity, but he said, bro, you the first person I ever met to go to the Super Bowl.
That's right.
And I remember I went live, just showing everybody, and everybody tuning in, but I just wanted to show people like, and that's why I made that post. I was like, a lot of stuff everybody talk about. I said, we sit in $10,000 seats, but I'm sitting there for free. All this came from telling jokes.
Right. You said 10,000. I remember that.
Yeah, 10,000. These are $10,000 seats I'm in. Every single one we was in. I don't care where you sitting there. You seen somebody in one of them seats? 10,000. For sure. I know for sure that 10,000.
God.
For sure. We up there with LeBron now. LeBron, Kevin Hart, everybody up there. With everybody. We sitting in $10,000 seats. But like I was telling somebody, man, if you believe in yourself, this came from telling jokes.
That's it.
Me being in them seats came from telling jokes. Like it's nothing else to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like I know most people. I can get no. I ain't spend nothing to get here.
Right.
Not a dime to get in this place, but only telling jokes got me in.
And how many years it took for you to get to where you are now versus when you first started?
Sure, I mean, like it'll be 9 years I've been doing comedy in June. So 8 years, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, some people it's different. You know what I'm saying? You got some people, and I was telling Desi the other day, like I was just trying, like one thing about him I love about Desi, because he always trying to better himself. Like he always trying to be bigger than what he did last year or what he did this year. So he sometimes, you know, with that, sometimes you be, you know what I'm saying, you kind of be on yourself too much. But I had to tell him, like, you know what I'm saying, I had to tell him, like, hey, bro, like, there's some people that never be able to do this. They're going to never do this ever in their life. Facts. Like, they'll never do a theater tour. It's comedians been doing comedy 30, 40 years, funny as hell. I never do a theater tour, ever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Never go to the Super Bowl. People never sell it at a comedy club.
Wasn't their time.
Huh?
Wasn't their time.
No, it wasn't their time. No, it's not even just what it's not even, yeah, like you said, it just wasn't their time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have did something that you end up being with the wrong people, anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's what I was telling you, because when I got the morning show, I didn't know the importance of having a morning show.
Right.
I've never done anything like that because I'm an introvert. This is all new.
Right.
So there were a lot of people, like you were saying, that had 15 years in that don't have morning shows.
Yeah. Right.
And like you were saying about the competition, people was looking at me, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I've been on the radio. You know, I've done all of this. What the fuck you? I said, listen, I didn't ask for this shit. I was asked. I didn't go. Somebody brought this to me.
Right.
So when you were saying that about the competition, and when you were saying that you had to focus on yourself, it's not your time. You have. Some people have to pay the dues for whatever reason.
Right. And then and see, that's another thing. That's why I like to be around Desi, because you get to meet so many people. Like, we was up there with $1 Million Worth of Gang, Gilly the Kid, and all that. We was on the episode. So, you know what I'm saying, to see that, and he even showed it. Like I said, being around them, that's inspiring, because I seen some stuff like you don't see in the hood. Like, you might see stuff in the hood that people be thinking, oh yeah, I'm doing this, and I'm big over here. That's not big. Them folks showed me something. Folks did me like this right here, Wallow and Gilly, just like this. They said, hey, he said, what did you say? He showed, like, he's sitting right there. He showed it to me. And he was like, I'm like, it's Spotify. Spotify texting them and said, we trying to sign y'all for $10 million. You know what they did? They sent some crying emojis to them. See what I'm saying? They sent Spotify crying emojis. I'm looking at the text message. Can't nobody tell me in the, you know, man, you lying. I'm looking at it. You can't tell me what I seen. $10 million. They sent crying emojis to Spotify. Like, you gotta come better than that. You know what I'm saying? And then Barstool end up signing like, I think 90-something million. And they split between them. See what I'm saying? But that's why I try to tell people. You just know, you don't know where your dreams may go. Right. You know what I'm saying? When you doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Waller had just got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? He just got out of jail to be doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? For them to do, when they say $1 Million Worth of Game, they giving game. They let you know, like, even when we in there, and I had to realize that. Like, I wasn't paying attention to it. I really started paying attention. So I'm in there. You got Al Harrington right here. He was in the NBA. You got somebody right here. This Chief Keef manager. You got this dude right here. He do business credit, whatever he do. I think he worth $25 million. You got this dude right here, he worth $50 million. You got somebody right here. Everybody in there. Somebody. You got Desi right here. You got me. You got some people. Then I look around and I ain't pay attention to what they just did in the room. What they did was they got everybody in the room. And they said $1 Million Worth of Game. Everybody in their network. I look up. Everybody. Somebody. You talking to him. He talking to him. He talking to him. I'm talking to him. He talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. So I don't even know him, but we in here talking. Hey man, what you do for it? What you do? Hey man, give my number. Hey, give my Instagram. Get this. You just never know who you'll meet. But it's the whole thing. That when they say $1 Million Worth of Game, that's what he mean, because he giving game. Like, hey, y'all can. Hey, it's free. Y'all talk to each other.
Right. What you put in.
Yeah, exactly. Because and I read a book. Like, everybody need to read that book. It's called Show Your Work.
Show Your Work.
It's called Show Your Work. It's a yellow and black book. It's called Show Your Work. When you read it, it's dope, because my partner Tremo, shout out to Tremo, you know what I'm saying? He gave me that book. He was like, hey, don't come back to me until you read it. And I never read a book in my life. Not the whole book. Not the whole book. He was like, man, read 10 pages a day or something, man. But when you don't talk to me until you read it. And when I read it, I finally got through with it. He was telling me, and it helped, because in the book it said, like, show your work. Like, don't be scared. You know, most people say, I don't want to know. He hating. He gonna take my idea. No, show it to him.
Show it.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, they not you. I don't care what the hell you showing.
There it is.
They not you, man. Because at the end of the day, we not hiding. I ain't trying to hide nothing.
Thank you.
I ain't trying to hide nothing, because at the end of the day, guess what? Anything you do has been done.
You
know what I'm saying? But it's the way you do it. I always tell people, it's so much money out here, so much success out here, so much sunshine out here. Everybody can get all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's about showing your work. Show it. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to hide this. I don't want nobody to see this. No, I'm gonna show it.
Right.
So I'm gonna let you know what I'm doing because guess what? You never know. That's what the whole book is based off of. You don't know who it may inspire.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people be inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? People inspired by that. Like what LeBron did when he came to we played basketball in the hood that time. What they was doing like
I can't remember.
No, it's called when it's off like the off season.
Off season.
I think when they be playing basketball like in
When in Rucker was it?
no, he wasn't in Rucker, but it was in LA. They were just doing something. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, the little pickup games. But he did that, and people don't understand money. What Draymond Green was like, he said, "What y'all don't understand? It's crazy y'all don't understand it." He was like, "What you mean you don't understand it?" He said, "That man came out here to the hood. You understand? It's people, it's kids that never be able to go to the NBA game, but they got to see LeBron. So all them kids in there just by seeing him, oh, I can do this.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is see it. Like Pastor Mike said, man. When you don't want no matching until you see one.
That's right.
I ain't want no
time.
You'll never want a matching until you actually see it. Cause guess what?
I love that type of stuff, man.
Yeah, like for real, like you see houses all day. You can ride by, you can ride from Hoover all day, see houses.
Right.
But where you go to see a mansion at? You know what I'm saying? So when I actually go ride, because think about it, we from the hood, but we don't never just go take time to go to Mount Brook and stuff like that and just go way out just to go look at that. But you got some. You remember back in the day, you had your old school grandfather, your uncle.
Yeah.
Who like, of course, they can take you the regular way you've been going, but sometimes they take you the long way.
Yeah,
right.
They want to talk to you and want you to see.
Oh
this
yeah,
shit.
yes sir, yes
You know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yeah.
They want you to see this shit. So see this. Like, look at these houses. Like, oh, damn, I want that one. I want that one.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You can get it.
Yeah.
And when some cities we go to, I ain't gonna lie, I look at stuff. I look at, like, even when I sit back in Birmingham, I would tell my partner, I was like, bro, we can have all this.
Yeah.
And he was like, what you mean? I said, bro, we can have all this shit.
Amen.
All we gotta do is put our mind to it. We can have this whole city.
It's a mindset, man.
That's it.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, you can
right?
have this shit. It's just all you gotta do is when you just put all that bullshit to the side, man, you can have anything you want. Like my boy Jesus said, man, if you can think it, you can motherfucking do it.
That's it.
Woo-woo. Man, hey guys, we're gonna get into this site news. Right, dropping these gems on y'all.
That's it.
We're gonna get into site news, guys. Site news, all right. So we're gonna do a couple. Just read a couple of sentences, guys. All right. And this part of the show, man, we just enlighten our fans on some type of portion of or some type of extension of mental health. Okay. You hear what I'm saying?
Sure.
So this topic today is what is perfectionism? What is perfectionism? Okay? Perfectionism is the belief that everything must be perfect all the time. A perfectionist sets impossible goals and feels crushed when they are not achieved. Alternatively, someone who strives to do their best sets challenging but achievable goals. How y'all feel about that?
True.
Perfectionism versus striving for excellence, okay? So I'm just giving y'all some of the bullet points on perfectionism, all right? One that believes that everything must be perfect all the time, okay? Spends excessive time on trivia problems, sets impossible standards for success, and feels upset when they are not met. Motivated by fear of failure, criticism, or rejection. And last but not least, sees self only in extremes as either perfect or a failure. You can't do that. Can't do that, right?
Right.
Striving for excellence. I just read a couple of them. Focuses on time, on the most important problems, okay? Set standards that are challenging but achievable and feels content when they are met. Motivated by the potential for success and happiness. Sees self from a balanced perspective with both strengths and weaknesses. Is it important to know both of those, like even your weaknesses as well?
Right.
You know, when I know a lot of people who, when they do interviews and the person may interview them and say, "Hey, what are your weaknesses?" A lot of individuals would say, "I don't have any weaknesses."
Everybody got a weakness.
Right.
I don't care who you are. You can be perfect. Everybody got a weakness at something because you don't know everything.
Right.
You don't know everything, of course.
I rock with that.
It's like Bill Gates. Bill Gates, he's rich as hell, but he don't know everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how much money you got. You might be good at what he do, but you don't know everything. He can come in the hood and not know certain shit.
Exactly.
Oh, I know you're supposed to eat it like that. Well, you don't know.
You don't know.
Hey, you better ask somebody, Bill.
Right. Challenges. Some of the challenges of perfectionism: difficulty making decisions, then second guessing or regretting your decisions, avoidance of risk, and new experiences out of fear of failure. Like you don't want to try new things because you're scared it won't work. You won't know until you try it, right? Yeah. Difficulty with commitment, such as in relationships or choosing a career. Self-esteem is dependent on meeting impossible standards. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to share that, guys. That's psych news for the day.
That's dope.
All right, psych news for the day.
That's dope. Man,
this is a great experience, man, to have you on, D. Like I really appreciate you coming through. Seriously,
sure, man, for sure,
one thing I want you to do for me, man, is tell me what type of information or advice you can give like upcoming, like inspiring comedians, man, that may be looking at you and thinking, man, I may be able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, I just tell people to do it. The hardest thing in the world, and I tell anybody, the hardest thing is doing it.
Yeah.
Like it go back to everything you just said on that paper. You're right. Everybody got weaknesses, because a lot of people weaknesses I don't know. You can't. And you gotta know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta hang around people who speak positive, like who speak real positive of your life. Yeah. You know, in their life too. You know what I'm saying? Even sometimes if they don't even know about positivity in their own life, but they speaking it into you, you know, and speak it back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what type of person you can help out by just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? You want to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. You got to learn that. And you just got to really just pay attention to life. You know what I'm saying? And live life the way you live it. Don't live it but for nobody else.
Yeah, it is.
I know your mama might tell you a lot of stuff, but you living life for you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can even inspire your mama to do something else different.
Right.
Ooh.
So you don't understand that, man. Like that's one thing about
deep,
life, man. Yeah, for real.
Deep. I'm telling you, man.
My mama told me she never been to the prom, man. See what I'm saying? So when I went to the prom, it was, you see what I'm saying? It's different. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff you doing is different. And my mom even said that, like, I never had really goals like that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't have that.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why I tell people the blessings might come through your child. It might come through somebody else, your cousin, somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just because you haven't did that, you can still help me or help somebody else do it and get there. Right. So the things that I'm doing now is gonna help me with my mom. My mom gonna be able to do whatever she want to do when I get where I'm going.
Facts.
I like that.
I love it. I love it, man. And man, let's give a hand for Detroit, man.
Yeah.
Detroit Reid in the house, man. Oh my God, man. Tell everybody where they can find you, man, and follow you, the different things you got going on.
Yeah, man. Y'all can follow me. Instagram, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Comedian Detroit Reid Comedy. I mean, it's Detroit Reid Comedy on Instagram. My bad. Detroit Reid Comedy on Instagram. Facebook is Comedian Detroit Reid and Delshawn Reid on Facebook. Y'all can follow me on there.
There it is, guys. Humes, go ahead and tell them where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on Facebook, Eyes, 3 Z's.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter, Eyes. You can find me on TikTok, Eyes.
Okay.
Anything Eyes, you can find me on. Smash Bros Radio.
Yeah, that is. And guys, I'm your host, Kimbo the Counselor.
It's your boy Jay Lee in the flesh.
And guys, make sure that you keep it locked with the Irish Wolf Show podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all social media platforms, Spotify as well. Email us at theirishwolfshowpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, we always keep it influential and organic. And the only way we going is up.
Come on now.
That's a wrap. And Detroit, man, for coming through, man, we want to present you with this exclusive Irish Wolf Show podcast certificate for coming through, man. We appreciate it. You go put it on the wall, frame it, man. Yeah, man. Just don't do what Ludacris did and Hustle and Flow with the tape.
What you did?
He put it in the toilet.